Hey everyone, it's Grymestone again from L.A.G Gamers, and we are back in Kenshi. And so what I did again was I cut ahead and got us to a point where we finished the latest tier of technology. As you can see, there's nothing left for us to research, none at all. So I'm going to go around and perform the upgrades. That said, there weren't many upgrades that I researched. I mean, I researched everything, but there just wasn't much there to research, which is unfortunate, but there wasn't much I could do about that, obviously. I do need to build a new research bench, and in order to do that, I need a new house, so I'm just going to put down 2 houses. And I don't think I've built a large house before. Yeah, I haven't, so I think I'll put a large house down right there, too, because it looks nice. I want to have at least one of every building. And who knows when I need my research bench level 6 or 7 or wherever I'm at now. I'll probably need to build a new building for that, so there you go. I did get automated mining, but I'm not going to put that down yet. I'll get to that probably next time, just because, one, I forgot about it. I'll be honest, I forgot that I actually researched automated mining. And two, there really isn't much room for it. I mean, I do still have the entire right half of my compound, but I can't just flat out upgrade my stone mine or my ore mine. I think what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to dismantle both of those and then build on top of them where they used to be and rotate them around to make sure it works. So that's something I'll do at a later date. I did, though, get chainmail, which is exciting. I can start making chainmail armor. Here's the issue with chainmail armor. It takes 66 hours in-game, of course, to produce one piece of chainmail, or one, armor piece. And that's a really long time. That's longer than most upgrade times. So we're going to be sitting here for a very long time crafting those. I might just let the game run for a full day. It's that way I can get chainmail for every single person in our group. That's just going to take a long time. That said, it can be sped up if your character has a very high skill in weapons or armor crafting. As Old Soldier, he's our weapons crafter. He now produces weapons at 1.6 times regular speed, so he's going a lot quicker when he's producing weapons. And even the big stuff that takes like 30 hours is taking a lot less time now, which is good. So I'm needing to build several more weapon racks, as you can see here, in order to store all of our weapons. We have a ton of weapons, and I'm going to need to sell all those because I did some research for once. I kept saying I was going to do research, and I finally did it. And somebody sent me a message. Thank you. I sent you a message back telling me that they haven't found any heavy armor blueprints. And I think the reason for that is I had to look on the wiki to make sure this was even implemented. Heavy armor is implemented. You can get blueprints for some of it, not all of it. Like samurai armor, you have to get off the bodies of a dead samurai. You cannot produce that armor. But mercenary plates, you can produce. And I found they're only sold at faction vendors. Specific vendors in specific cities will sell these blueprints. So the new, or the Free Cities Alliance, or United Cities, I think it is, these guys are the people who will sell the mercenary plates. And there's a group of 3 cities that will take you there, and that's where I'm going to need to go. And I'm thinking about increasing my group size because I'm going to get a caravan going. We're going to go and we're going to hit up each and every city after this with a ridiculous amount of supplies. And we're just going to sell everything, make a ton of money, and just buy every blueprint that we need, that we want. So that way we can produce all this fancy armor. So that's going to take a long time in order to walk that distance, because that is literally across the map. And this map is not small. This is a very large map, especially when you're carrying a ton of things. So, but yeah, the good news is at least that you can craft some of this armor, not all of it. But the reason we haven't found it is because I've been looking in the wrong cities, in the wrong traders. Turns out the right traders are across the map, which is very unfortunate. But once we have it, we have it. So as you can see, I have a full arsenal here. Like, this is an armory worthy of, a kingdom. So what I'm doing now is I'm upgrading everybody's weapons, because I did get a new tier of weaponry. So everybody's going to have really, really good weapons that give really good bonuses. And I think we can now effectively handle any group without our defenses and without our armor. We should be able to effectively handle most bandit attacks and survive. And probably do very well, actually, against them without losing anyone. So I'm excited about that we now have the ability to, fight these large groups of bandits off now without any issue, hopefully. Especially now that we've lost a few fights, that increases your toughness and also their defense skill. So now we'll work on their attack skill a bit. We still have the training dummies, so I might start sending people over there. So we're going to sell building supplies, and we're going to sell metal rods, and we're going to sell weapons. Why building supplies? Because we have like 500 lying around. Why steel rods? Because we have 500 lying around. So both of those sell for a lot, and they're relatively cheap to make. So we're going to take all of those off, and we're going to sell those to get our blueprints and armor everyone up. So imagine our group with full chainmail armor and full mercenary plates with these heavy weapons and light weapons, and that's going to be great. I'm going to be excited for that. But that takes time, and we need to get there first, and we need to find the blueprints, because I'm not even sure that when we get to this trader, he's going to actually have the blueprints. He might not have the blueprints, and we might have to check every other city, because I'm not sure it's 100% chance that it's going to be in the vendor. So, yeah. First, we're going to need to find it. And also, we need to get there. And that is also no small feat. But looks like we've finished our construction mostly here. Nobody wants to go in and build the chainmail bench. I was worried about this. It was built right next to the door, and that might cause some, insane things to happen with their pathing. They won't be able to get inside. I can't even dismantle it either, I don't think. Well, that's unfortunate. I could put it in a large house. I mean, that's not a big deal, but since I have them set up, there we go. Just had to open and close the door. Not a big deal. I guess sometimes a bug like that will happen. Alright, looks like they can get in and move around. That is our crafting station. Chainmail, and that's where we can produce our hat, I found out. Because our hat actually is made of chainmail. So, you make it here. At the chainmail armor crafting thing. Yeah, see, it's got the little chain in brackets. That was what I was missing. I didn't realize that. So, everything is produced at its proper workbench. Like, there's mercenary leathers, obviously going to be produced at the leather workbench. Where you produce pants and all the other things, you're also going to produce heavy armor there, or leather armor, not heavy. Heavy armor, of course, all sorts of heavy armor are produced there, so the mercenary plate will probably be there. I'm going to produce a set of chainmail for every single person in our group, since it really doesn't affect the weight too much or the ability to fight, but it provides a lot of protection, and that is very important. Same for the Zukin. I want everybody to have one of those. So everybody should have a set of chainmail and a Zukin. As for mercenary plate, I'm not sure I'm going to have everybody have that once we get it. Just because that slows you down a lot, maybe. I mean, I've found it's effective. Every fighting style is effective. So, I mean, it's not like you have to have a combination of fighting styles. It's just nice to have that combination. So I think maybe half of our people will have the mercenary plates, and the other half will just have chainmail and maybe like assassin's rags, which, again, thank you to the person who sent me the message, told me where to find the blueprints for that, since, again, the blueprints are kind of scattered around. Assassin's rags you will find at a outpost north of Brink, maybe? I'm not sure. There's a city just north of me that should have the outpost just above it on the map. I can find it when I look at the map, but off memory I've forgotten. So I have a set of chainmail for every single person in my group set, and a helmet for every single person in the group set. We have armor or weapons for everyone. I mean, Topper seems to be like the best all-around weapon, just because it's not heavy and it's not light. It's that medium weapon that seems to be, a good one. And then I'll have like 4 or 5 people who have the katanas, another 4 or 5 people who have the topper, and then like 2 or 3 people who have the heavy stuff, probably. And I'll put taunt on them, so that way they'll try and take all the people on at once, and we'll be able to get or light people in there, or maybe more people on the heavy. Maybe like 5 or 6 people on the heavy, and maybe 2 or 3 on the light, and the rest on medium. And the medium people I'll probably give the plate as well. I just won't give them heavy weapons. But then the light people will have the assassin's rags. I think that's how that's going to work best, because you want one heavy person for each enemy fighter, and then you want probably some good medium people to mix in there just in case they outnumber our heavies. And then the light people can be extras that, kind of sneak in behind and kill the people, stab them in the back, That's good. Also, I noticed that Kahaku here, by crafting all those medkits, has a massive bonus to healing now, which is great. And also a lot of toughness, because Kahaku gets beat up a lot. Poor Kahaku. So we're going to finish this research bench here, finish building this next level, and then we will begin our grand trek across this desert. Of course, we do need to stock up on all the materials, put all of those inside of our inventory, but in time. First, we just got to finish up this building, and we shall begin our trek. And, yeah, I'll probably cut ahead here after we finish building this to when we actually arrive, because the trek itself is long, boring, and takes roughly an hour for everyone to get back. And that is mainly due to not just the people moving really slowly. The game crashed on me a few times because I had so many different zones loaded at the same time. So it was a little weird actually organizing that and getting everybody over there alive. Another big thing is individuals will get ambushed by groups of bandits and killed. That didn't happen to me, luckily. It was just a long trek. So I'll cut ahead here probably right now, since we just finished that large building and everything else is done. Everybody's going back to work. So I'll cut right here to when we actually arrive at the town. Alrighty, so we made it to town except for 2 people here, and there happens to be a large group of bandits that were chasing after one of my people as we arrived in town. And so as he arrived, we regrouped, and now we're going to rush and attack these bandits and prove our might. As you can see, Kahaku down there was ambushed, attacked, and beaten up pretty badly. But these bandits are heading towards us, and we're gonna go fight them off and rescue Kahaku, who is currently dying. And of course, Eon is all the way down there, because Eon is carrying a ridiculous amount of things. There he is. Oh, God, man. So slow. He was the reason this took an hour of my time. This is probably the most nerve-wracking and frustrating part, was, of course, getting everybody here in one piece, and they were so slow. But you had to keep clicking or else they'd stop. Alright, so here's the fight. It starts off really good for us, and then it kind of goes downhill like really quickly, and it starts to balance out now. So we're fighting off each other now. Grymestone's got the heavy stuff. Well, there he is. Oh, alright. He's going to take a swing, and he's going to block it. I really want to see the amount of damage that giant fragmented axe does. I'd like to see him get a lot of skill with that, so that way he can wield it quickly and just decimate them. So, alright. Looks like we're succeeding here. We're going to go cinematic mode on this. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Alright, we're going to go back to UI so that way I can actually figure out what's going on. So we've lost 2 people so far. We've taken out 2 of theirs, so it's fairly even. Alright, looks like we've taken out a few more of them. And I think we also have the samurai moving in to assist. We got the samurai assist, and now we're cleaning them up real quickly. Alright. And this should really help our attack skill, defense skill, and, of course, our effectiveness with the weapons I've given to our group here. So, alrighty. This is good. We cleaned him up and minimal casualties. We lost 3 men. And then Kahaku there, of course, was beaten back, though, before it started alone. So he doesn't really count, though. The other 2, we did lose. They're not dead, though. Kahaku is dying. He's unconscious right now. But he's losing his chest there. So we need to get somebody to go help him. And Eon, I think, is finally making it here. Kubo has just been sitting on the sidelines this whole time. Really, man? Come on. Didn't even make it out of town. But oh well. Let's check our stats here. Just on Grymestone. His strength went up. That's good. He's got a lot of toughness. And you see his heavy weapons skill moved up to 3. That's good. That's good. I'd like to see him get a heavy weapon skill of like 20 or something like that. So that way I just starts whirling around with that fragmented axe. So come on, guys. Medic. We need to heal these people up. You know, if they're not close, though, if they're not close enough, the medics won't actually go to rescue them. So that's a bit of a problem since Kahaku, I think, is out of range. And I don't realize this until a little bit later when Kahaku actually starts dying because his chest wound gets worse as he lays there. That you need to be in range for these medics to go. Like, see, he's not doing anything. That's because they're too far away. So, little things like that are a little annoying, but minor things. I mean, there's whoa, another bandit attack. Oh boy, we didn't even properly heal up. Oh, but oh wow, we just two-shot that guy. We all right. And we threw him up in the air too. That was funny. Oh wow. We threw that guy all the way up in the air. Must have been 2 or 3 feet in the air. So, he's dead. Alright, we're good. I think we're an effective fighting force, as long as we outnumber them too. Even if we don't outnumber them, it's fine, but now that we outnumber them, we clean them up real quickly. Oh wow, it did like 35 damage with that giant fragmented axe there. That's good. That's real nice. And we'll finish off their leader here. Yeah. Wipe him out. Oh, no, we're getting hits. No, don't hit Grymestone. He's our tank. Well, actually, yeah, hit Grymestone. What am I saying? Ah, there we go. That 35 damage. Yeah. A little more than that, actually. This leader is not going down, man. Is he dead yet? Yeah, he's dead. Alright, and we'll finish off that last guy in the corner there. We're good. Didn't take any casualties that time around. So Eon is still just standing there. Come on, Eon. Shake a leg. We gotta move. Alright, guys. Well, this has been Grymestone from L.A.G Gamers. It's about 17 minutes in now, so I'm going to have to call it here. And next episode, we'll start shopping in town. But we finally made it here after the ordeal. I cut ahead, though, so we didn't really have to notice any of it. Yeah, we'll rescue Kahaku, get in town, and start buying our things, hopefully. Finish that guy off. See ya.